Hello world, Tara Sumur, from Stockbroker to Firewalker. Back here on day 6, broadcast 2 of Find It, Feel It, Free It. My own way of doing everything I can to support me and support really whatever size of collective we want to talk about. But right now I'm very much thinking about supporting all of the nation that I belong to, just because there is so much going on here. My way of supporting myself and the world around me without having to choose or decide between the two of them, to do everything I can to move us towards or create the best possible probability, the best possible medium, the best possible environment for ways of being to come out of what's going on right now in this whole world, COVID, restrictions, banks, I can go on, vaccines, companies making money, companies not, people making money, people not, power, resources, what's going to happen, how do we live, on and on. So my best way of managing this at all times, there's other things I do too, but at my core is a resilience practice within me. And that practice involves connecting myself to heart central feelings on a fairly regular basis. And those are the type of feelings that naturally support coherence in the body. Those are the type of the feelings that naturally support coherence as a group. Those are the type of feelings that tend to suggest and support and create a petri dish where humans, instead of behaving like crabs in a bucket, so if you've ever heard that story, crabs in a bucket, if there's only one crab in the bucket, you have some concern it might climb out and escape. But as long as you have a bunch of crabs in the bucket, you don't have to worry about it, because the other crabs are constantly climbing over the one trying to climb out. So they simply keep pulling themselves down. And that is from my own personal opinion, also how humans, and maybe many animals, start to behave when they are not at all connected to the heart feelings. So again, here in Canada, we have lots of decisions being made, and I'm just going to suggest that there's a lot of individuals who are currently feeling pretty impatient, cynical, frustrated, anxious, angry, irritated, worried, depressed, resentful, judgmental, helpless. I know I've spent the last couple hours calling creditors, because that's what my life looks like behind the scenes. And the only solution that I can offer that is accessible to everyone, I have lots of energy solutions too, but all of those need a coherent body and a coherent world to really work in. So the one core solution I can offer is to continue to share all of the work I do to continue to connect myself and continue to imagine my inner emotional environment. And I believe that we actually naturally, we can amp it up with intention and focus. But every time my heart beats, that electrical beat creates an electromagnetic field around me that shares my emotion with the rest of the world, whether the rest of the world wants to receive whatever I'm feeling or not. And every time your heartbeat does it, your heartbeat does it. Every time all 8 billion human hearts, never mind other species, every time all 8 billion hearts on this planet beat, the collective emotion, this field of energy, if you will, this field of emotion is emitted and created. We're doing this all the time, and it is out of that field that our future will be created within. So, everyone out there, you want to play a part in this, you can go inside yourself and radiate your own emotions out to creating the field. I want to radiate collective emotions. I do not want to radiate out more polarity. I do not want to radiate out more competition. I want to radiate out feeling free, but right this minute, I'm not going to be able to access freedom in my body because the life circumstances around me are too much. But there's other emotions that are more accessible for me. I haven't grown up in a body feeling free. I have very few memories as a child to go back to of being free. Feeling free is a really big one for me. But feeling supportive, feeling engaged, feeling interested, feeling capable. Those are all feelings I can access. And I actually am a pretty good planner, and I like to feel quite capable when I have a list of things to do and they feel in my power to do. So I don't like everything I'm doing today, but I'm getting through my list, and I'm actually going to sit in that emotion of just completing small tasks and the appreciation I get from knowing they're gone. That's what I'm holding as we start the breathing. I'm at my 5 minutes of talk. So for anyone out there, this is going to be a little version of a quick coherence. So again, I'm going to picture the feeling and allow it to go through that I get when I've completed little tasks. You're welcome to borrow my feeling. You're welcome to use your own. Let's start the breathing. Heart-focused breathing, breathing a little more slowly and deeply than usual, imagining or seeing or feeling that every breath goes through your heart. And in my own practices, I use a constant connection generally to body and brain, most of the time also. I always use the focus on the continued breath in and out with a longer on the out breath when I'm consciously heart-focused breathing. I do play with the direction the breath or the energy moves in my body. Today I'm just pulling in right through the heart and then diffusing. You feel a fair amount in your body down here. Sometimes some deep focus on the out breath will blow it out. So again, in. And from your core, stay empty. Now in. Let's do that 3 times. And in. I'm going to pat myself on the back for completing some small tasks, even with the world being bouncy. Now I'm dropping into my coherent place. I feel it in my body. My energy drops down, my head stills slightly, my heart sort of comes on. I can go further, but this is where I start all my work, because until I get myself to here, I can't do anything else, and frankly, I'm dangerous. If I try to activate or do more with energy, so to speak, when I'm not coherent myself. So again, now from this more coherent place, simply feeling a sense of satisfaction at completing things I needed to do, that's the feeling I'm evoking today. I'm going to radiate this sense of satisfaction out. I recognize that's not freedom, and that's my goal. I can't feel free today, so I can't radiate freedom unless I can feel it. But by doing these processes of getting myself coherent in other ways and then radiating out some of those feelings, there's every likelihood that I will clear the path to be able to drop into my feelings of freedom by later today. All I'm doing now is simply radiating for this last minute, and I'm going to continue to look to sign off around the 10-minute mark. Fixed time stresses me a lot, so I only sign off when it feels complete. For anyone coming on, I'm simply at the place of radiating right now, a feeling of successful completion of tasks. That's the closest to freedom I can genuinely get in this moment. Just going to set the intention for that to continue on automatic. I'm going to let go of the focus. I'm at 10.5 minutes. Going to sign out. I'll see you back here in 2 hours. Find it, feel it, free it. From Tara Sumur, stockbroker to firewalker. And this is the start of a global movement, hoping to engage as many people who will come on to begin to learn how to really find out what truly makes their body feel free, how to feel that feeling of freedom when you can access it through all of your energetic centers, effectively connecting all of them, and then radiating that out on your heart, which actually of all of this is the most automatic process. We amp it up a bit with our focus, but this actually happens all the time. I'll see you in 2 hours. Thank you for following along.